Hi, I'm Ashley Johnson with Clear Brothers TV, and I'm at the Culver City Film Festival where the movie Rogue Warrior, Robot Fighter is about to premiere. I'm standing here with Marc Hawes, who is one of the actors in the film, and I'm very excited to hear about how you died in the film. I hope I'm not giving it all away.
No. Well, I mean, it's just kind of a big pinnacle moment of the film. Sienna, who's the main lead, her and I, our relationship goes way back. From childhood, and at the very, very end, she's confronted with myself, who's been taken over by robot entities, essentially, and just continues to use up his body to find her, because they've been separated for such a long time. But unfortunately, it's corrupted myself. So she has to, she does what she does and takes me out.
What were some of your first thoughts when you read the script?
So I've worked with Neil before, and I think that was the amazing thing about this, is that he just has such a great idea and mind for sci-fi, and just anything he comes up with, he's got a reason for it, and right in the lines of like George Lucas, and it's like you can just talk about one thing, and his brain will just go, and it's just so amazing. And so Rogue Warrior was just one of those movies that when Neil approached me about being in it, I was like, absolutely, like I love working with him, I love working with Tracy, and it was just another opportunity to do that, and so.
Absolutely. So do you do more sci-fi films at this point in time?
I tend to do more comedy-based stuff, so this is slightly out of the realm of what I normally do. But I found that being Neil actually gave my very first feature film out here in Los Angeles, and so that was really neat. It's called The Time War, and it hasn't come out yet, but it's been this whole process of going up, and it's now spanned a couple of years, which is more appropriate for the name of The Time War anyway. And so the more you work in sci-fi, the smaller it is, the closer knit it is. You get to meet so many different awesome like old sci-fi legends, and I think just like Walter Koenig from Star Trek. I got to meet so many people because I've got to meet all these people from sci-fi. So
you get to geek it out a little bit in the sci-fi world.
Yes.
But there's something to be said about an actor's work ethic when your first film, you're cast by a director, and then how many years later you continue to work with that director.
Absolutely. It's so true, and to come out here and to really have nothing really other than my training from England and where I went to school for acting, and then to come out here and then having to meet someone who says, you know what, I like you. I want to give you the opportunity, and that doesn't normally happen, and it's so true, and it's because I met Tracy. He was just standing in a line, just having a conversation, just standing in line. I was like, oh, I'm doing an actor showcase, and she's like, oh, I'll stop by, and then she's like, you should meet my boyfriend Neil, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, cool, and it was just from there. It was just this awesome relationship, and we just got to continue to build and grow. And one of the things about Neil, which I think is so great as a director, is he's there with you, going through it, explaining things, helping you work around, and if you as an actor have an idea, he's so open to it, which I think is wonderful.
I've heard that from Tracy as well.
It's so true, though. I mean, he will push you to your limits, to get what he needs, but the cool thing is he's open to your interpretation and your direction, and I think that's one of the things that makes him such a great director to work with, and just makes it such a great time to be with these people.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like you have a great time every time you're on set.
I do. Yeah, I absolutely do.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. And have you seen the full film yet?
Yes, I have. And it's great. It really is great. And it's got some great music in it, some super epic moments, some explosions, filming in the desert, so it's right up there with like a lot of the sci-fi movies. So.
Perfect. Well, I don't want you to give it all away because I haven't seen the film myself. I'm going in to see it, so I'm very excited about it. But thank you so much for joining us here at the Culver City Film Festival.